Call me ignorant, but I was completely unaware that something like this existed, but it shouldn't have been that big a surprise. I mean, I watch a lot of trashy Asian horror movies, so it just makes sense that there would be something equally as trashy from Latin America. And thanks to my mate at Movies and Mania for the recommendation, because you were spot on with this one. I learnt something yesterday. There are two men out there called El Santo and the Blue Demon who starred in dozens of action-adventure movies, separately and together, in Mexico from the 60s and 70s, where they kept their lucha libre masks on during the entire production. Not only that, but there are non-sequitur cutaways throughout the movies full of wrestling matches. This is cinema insanity at its best. The purists who love The Shawshank Redemption and Drive My Car need not apply for a ticket to watch this one. After 7 moon and sun eclipses have passed since the death of Dracula at the hands of Cristaldi the Magician, the last male in the Cristaldi bloodline, Professor Cristaldi, is killed in order to resurrect the Wolfman. Wrestlers El Santo and Blue Demon are tasked with protecting Professor Cristaldi's daughters and granddaughter from the clutches of Dracula, who's desperate to wipe out the Cristaldi bloodline once and for all. Firstly, the version that I watched is available for free on YouTube, and it's been dubbed in English, which means it's bought its own set of issues independent from the original release from 1973. The voice dubbing is horrendous and full of mistakes. The voice actor will stop halfway through a sentence to correct themselves, or the lines are too long for the scene, and on top of that, the music is cut and looped, with minimal sound effects. It's truly hilarious and adds to the campiness of the film. But what of the film itself? Well, it's a product of its time, blatantly sexist and oozing some of the cheapest visual effects you'll see, such as the flying plastic bat that doesn't move its wings, or the 3-edit resurrection scene where Dracula turns from skeleton to human, complete with fresh and clean new clothes. Then there's the general ridiculousness of it. The concept is so wild, but clearly it was made for the audience enjoyment in mind, and for El Santo to add another movie notch to his belt. Where else on celluloid will you see 2 burly men in wrestling masks sitting at a table deeply enthralled in a game of chess while waiting for Dracula to make a deadly move on a couple of helpless women? You're welcome. And just for context, if online records are accurate, this is the 37th film in the El Santo series, with 16 more movies made after this one. Being my first El Santo movie, I'm not sure how good this one is compared to the dozens of others. All I know is I had fun watching it, and that's what movies are about to me. I'm the Artie Dans, and you've been watching this review here on Shockmania. Please press like if you enjoyed it, leave a comment to let me know what you thought of it, otherwise I'll catch you in the next video.